This is Matt and Tammy Manning. In 2010, they moved into a home in Pennsylvania with their 3 granddaughters, 2 daughters, and Tammy's father. That year, WPX began drilling and fracking for natural gas and oil in their area. Less than a year after that, their tap water was gray and undrinkable. Since 2012, the United States has been the leader in natural gas production in the world. Of the United States energy production, 34% of it is the result of natural gas. And of that 34%, 67% is the result of fracking. Fracking needs to be stopped in America. Today I will be talking about the problem of fracking, the best solution to fracking, and how you can help fight fracking. I will begin by discussing the problem of fracking. So just what the frack is fracking. Fracking is a process used to extract natural gas and oils from deep down in the earth. The process begins by a company drilling deep down into the shale layer. Once they've reached the shale layer, they begin to drill horizontally until they reach a large pocket of natural gas or oil. Once they've reached this desired length, they pump high-pressured water, sand, and chemicals into this shale layer. This helps break up the shale and releases the natural gas for it to be extracted, brought back up to the surface, and then transported to a refinery. So while this process is effective, there are some problems, with the first problem being environmental problems. The main being water pollution. All those chemicals that are in that water, sand, and chemical mixture need to be pumped back out to the surface along with the natural gas. They're then stored in lakes, like shown here, but these lakes can leak. And when leaks happen, water that is contaminated gets into rivers, streams, and ponds in the local area. This can kill and harm much of the wildlife, including aquatic animals, animals drinking the water, and aquatic plants. Another thing that is not good with contaminated water is groundwater. When incredible amounts of chemicals are pumped into the earth, they seep into groundwater and will eventually result in tap water contamination. This can lead to health problems. These health problems can be as minor as a stomach ache, but they can also be as critical as birth defects. Steve Lipsky of Texas actually had his tap water so contaminated with methane that it was bubbling. And not only was it bubbling, but when you put a match to it, it would catch on fire. That's water flammable. And this is not an isolated incident. This has been reported to happen in over 8 locations near fracking sites in Pennsylvania alone. So now that you know a little bit about the problem of fracking, here is the best solution to fracking. The best solution to fracking is to ban it outright. One bill that has been proposed in 2020 is Bill S3247. This bill proposes that all fracking be banned on and offshore by 2025. It also seeks to revoke licenses of fracking sites around schools and deny any fracking expansion plans. This bill was actually proposed by presidential candidate Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is the senator of Vermont, and he was able to ban fracking in Vermont. After this happened, he said, "I am very proud that the state of Vermont banned fracking. I hope communities all over California and the rest of America do the same." However, there is some opposition to an all-out fracking ban. In a 2015 piece in the Journal of Appalachian Studies, some people believe that fracking actually benefited the surrounding area. They said that property tax revenue increased with workers coming in and buying houses. This increase in tax base increased the tax revenue and made school districts better because of property taxes going towards schools. However, According to Matthew Kelly in the Philadelphia Inquirer, the graph actually looks like this, where the line is much less steep and tax revenue is not as steep as you would have anticipated. This is because many workers actually rent property instead of buy property. Therefore, they're exempt from taxes and don't actually benefit the schools. So now that you know the best solution to fracking, I will address what you can do to fight fracking. Now imagine there are birds flying through clear air and fish swimming in a clean, pristine stream. Tap water is clean for drinking and safe from dangerous chemicals. This would be a world in which fracking is banned completely and renewable energy sources are used as an alternative. So what can you do to help live in a world like this? First, you can send an email or a letter to your local governor, your senator, or local representative. Additionally, you can sign the petition for Bill S3247 to try and get it passed into a law. It is very evident that fracking needs to be stopped in America. You can now clearly see the problems with fracking, you have seen the best solution to fracking, and you have seen what you can do to help fight fracking. Clearly, Tammy and Matt Manning have a right to be angry about the arsenic, the barium, the benzene, and the methane in their water, as it looks like this. What they experience is not isolated to Pennsylvania, and it can be stopped with an all-out fracking ban and a conversion to renewable energy sources. Thank you. And, here's my audience. Thank you.